Hello and welcome back to Rot SMP. Today we are going to be solving a bit of an issue we're having here. You see right now we're eating dried kelp, so yeah, we need to get something figured out as far as our food situation here. Is we can't just be eating dried kelp like this and whatever random other foods I can find, so yeah, let's get started on that. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be making a zero-tick kelp farm in order to make some bone meal, which we are going to turn into food by growing crops faster. So you're going to notice I'm going to be pausing a decent amount here throughout this clip. I've sped it up just so it's a bit easier. But yeah, we're doing this just so we can go ahead and get this filled out. I'm following a tutorial, that's why it's paused. I don't think many people legitimately would just know how to build a zero-tick farm. It's not too difficult, but still. Not really something you're just going to know how to do. Anyway, though, we are just kind of getting this work done. Gonna have to expand this room a little bit just so we have enough space to actually fit this inside of here. And yeah, keep in mind, this is just like one part of our farm that I think is going to be pretty useful. It's going to be something we kind of just keep in mind and try to work with. Having the bone meal here should help us work pretty well with just having the ability to actually create our own food. See, we're placing hoppers on composters and then the hoppers underneath the composters to collect the bone meal once it's done. And yeah, like I said, it's a zero-tick farm, it's kelp, and it's just going to be going all the way through. And yeah, I mean, really, as far as future things though in this, I really don't know what all we're going to be doing. I don't think I want to live in this trial chamber long term, but I mean, maybe. I'm just trying to think because I also kind of feel like we should leave the trial chamber with like all the spawners and stuff, which could get a little annoying if we were trying to live here. Because we can still get some rewards from the trial chambers, plus breeze rods that give us wind charges. And those wind charges could be pretty useful, and maybe we could do some fun stuff with those later. I don't really know. I feel like there's opportunity. Ooh, a diamond. Okay. But yeah, gotta dig out more area. And like I said, there's just times where we gotta pause and look at the tutorial, make sure we're doing things right. Gotta get our redstone clock in to make sure all that's working over here at some point. And then also gotta just, set up all our pistons and sand properly. But yeah, I mean, really, I'm trying to think of what we need to do long term. And I really don't know. I'm just like, this is just like the simple thing. I have a few ideas of what we do. Obviously, I still need to get my gear a little bit better. But we're working. We got a basic diamond pick at least, some basic equipment. And yeah, I mean, we get the redstone hooked up. That should make the pistons be going. And yeah, that should help us out a little bit. Getting closer to getting this done. It's just, yeah, I gotta look through all our stuff here, find what we need. I'm not the most organized when I play Minecraft, honestly. I probably should be. I can turn it off now with that lever. And, alright, so gotta figure out what we're doing here. Dig out more area. Not too bad. Just, yeah, I gotta make sure we have space to everything here. And then some redstone torches to help get the redstone signal up so we can have, well, more pistons working. And yeah, just so we can get our kelp. We also are going to have to figure out a few different ways to do stuff. As you see, we place the block on top of that redstone torch and just kind of slowly build this out. And yeah. So we're just going to be keeping to do maintenance like this. That's why we got the ladder here, so we can get back up onto this if we ever need to do something up here to just kind of work on fixing it. We got to place this sand, though, in front of these sticky pistons and on top of them. That should allow us. Place some torches around just to light up the area a little bit. Make sure it's nice and safe here. And yeah, I mean, this is where we're going to be like placing our actual kelp so it can grow. It's important that we have everything dug out properly. We build up these walls the right way. And then build up on the back as well. And then we also need pistons here in order to harvest the kelp as it grows. Place the ceiling right there. These, yeah, no, those don't go there. We just place those over there, and we're going to go ahead and place some glass panes right here so the kelp can still get collected, but won't come flying out of the machine entirely, hopefully. We're going to place those there, go back around the back, some ladders just so we can kind of look on this side if we need it. And yeah, this is starting to look pretty good. Just build it out a little bit. I think we went one block too high there, actually. Let me try this again. We're going to go ahead, build up, place these torches. Like I said, this isn't going to be perfect as I'm building this. So, you know, a lot of just like making sure I'm doing things right. All that. And yeah, I mean, hey, this is the first real farm. Gotta eat some rotten flesh right now because we are struggling as far as food, which is why we're making this in the first place. But hey, we're getting there. Get some a water bucket here. We're gonna take this up to the top, of course, and get ready to actually like place kelp. Probably dig out the top a little bit, and that should like clear out a little bit of space for us to work. Just mine it out real quick. Like I said, most of this is on like 3 times speed, just so you guys can get through this bit a little bit quicker. And you know, it's not just annoying to watch the same thing repeatedly. There's just a lot of me pausing, going back up, trying to figure this out. And hey, we'll get there. It's just gonna take a second to make sure I'm doing all of this right. We're getting there. I don't think, yeah, this doesn't create an infinite water source, so we're just gonna have to come back down here every time we want to get some more water through this. Make sure, yeah, makes sense. Alright, it's not too bad. I have an infinite water source down here for a reason. And just make sure we get all the water placed in the right spot so it's not too annoying. And then another 2, bring it back down, I'll grab another 2, go back up, I'll grab 2 more. And is that it, or do we got one more? No, that's it. Alright, now we can place this kelp down here. Get that nice and ready. And I think this should at least be like bare bones functional here. Place these, now we're going to place this sign here just to, again, try to filter the kelp into going into the exact right spot. It might not work, but hey, it's worth trying. And yeah, okay, we're going to slow this down and give this our first real test here. See how that's going to go here. Go ahead and flick that lever. It looks like it's producing kelp, but I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look like much of it's actually getting to the hoppers. Let's hop up here, turn off the machine, and we're gonna look down there, and we're not gonna see too much. Yeah, all this kelp right here is not good. We might need, maybe some more hoppers would be the best thing we could do. We're going to go ahead and take this cobble deep slit out. We're going to put these kelp in here, that way we at least have them. But hey, the actual like function of the zero-tick farm itself is working, which is pretty good. That's what we want. If that's working, we can probably do a lot more. Go over here, and yeah, okay, I got to figure out some way though to make it a little more efficient than what we're currently doing. So let me think for a bit. Alright, so I've decided we're just going to make more hoppers. Got enough for 5 more. So what we're going to do is we climb up here, collect all this, and this polished deep slate we're just going to replace with hoppers. Got 6 here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll go down here. Pretty good angle for this. 5 and 6. That should take care of most of our issues, I believe. I mean, that should take care of all the ones that were like going right against the glass panes but not getting collected. I mean, I have a bunch of kelp. We're also going to try to put some trapdoors on the top so they don't fly out from the top of it. I'm trying to think if up here is going to be best, or if that's still going to allow them to get like up underneath them is what I'm worried about. Let's see, flip it on. See, it looks like it's working better at least now. I don't see any getting caught by the glass panes. Bone meal is being produced. Definitely want to go up top. We're going to make some more chests, a couple more hoppers. Go up here. Okay, it's still coming out of the top. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and break all of these down here. And we got enough to finish off these rows, so that should mean we don't have any specific issues here. And yeah, see now, it should be collecting pretty well. I think there's none getting stuck by the hoppers now. But some is still coming up through the top up here, so what I'm going to do is break all these trapdoors and then lower them by a block. So they're like right above these pistons. That should hopefully just stop the kelp from flying out of the machine. Because we need all the kelp to stay in the machine so we actually get the bone meal for it. Otherwise we're just kind of making kelp for no reason. I'm going to spread the kelp we have in our inventory all around these hoppers, that way we can get some starting. Take some of it so we can fix it in case anything breaks inside the machine, because that happens sometimes with zero tick farms like you see here. Gotta just replant the kelp, not a huge deal, just, you know, how it is sometimes. So we're going to go ahead, and yeah, I think this is now a fully functioning bone meal farm. So go ahead and cut this now. I think this is working. I think this is everything going fine. And yeah, alright. So next we're gonna have to actually make the portion that's gonna get us food. So let's go ahead and get started on that. We got a craft, we got our hoe ready. I've started our redstone clock over here. All we're gonna do is till this ground, get some wheat seeds, and get a dispenser going. Think about it, this is probably going to be a block lower and further out. As you see, we're right above a massive section of our trial chamber. So, yeah, that's always fun. And, okay, we're going to go ahead and fill this dispenser, and yes, it is working. So now we just gotta get started. I think we have all the things we need to have our infinite food. It's just going to be a matter of actually using the machine now. Maybe we add a dispenser later to increase the bone meal use so we can get the crops growing even faster. I don't think it should be too bad. Go ahead and till the ground here and grab some bone meal. Open this dispenser up, put all the bone meal in, and then it should just be as simple as planting the seeds and letting crops go. Figured I'd just show here the farm working for a little bit here. Go just speed it up to show you that, hey, this is kind of how we're just going to be getting our food for a while. A bunch of wheat will turn it into bread. As you see, our second dispenser going, so it grows a little bit faster. It's not much extra redstone, it's just like an extra redstone torch and a block. You know, nothing too fancy. And then when we have excess seeds like this, we can just toss them in the composter. But yeah, I mean, hey, this is now an officially working food farm. We have a source of food, we can flip it off, but that's going to be all for this video. See you next time.